things we've been hearing a lot about in the last few months is that people just miss being able to see each other and just miss being able to hug their friends. And hearing about that made me think about the sense of touch. We've talked before about how important the sense of touch in your skin is and how useful it is, how carefully we're made so that you can use that sense of touch to do things with your hands. And in your fingertips and your palms, the way your sense of touch works is it's good at telling you exactly what shape something is, exactly where it is, exactly how far apart two things are. Brilliantly designed for that. But there's a completely different side to your sense of touch, and one that's only quite recently been discovered. There's been lots on the radio about it in the last week because of that. On the back of your hands, you don't need to be able to handle things with the back of your hand. They're not designed for that, the back of your forearm. But there's a special kind of touch in the back of your hands and the back of your forearm that when someone takes your hand, when someone puts a gentle hand on your forearm to reassure you, it's wired directly into the part of your brain that controls your feelings, your emotions. It's wired directly into you so that it gives you a sense of comfort and reassurance when something's hard. It completely bypasses all of the other mechanisms for your sense of touch. It's a remarkable thing, and it's only just been discovered. And it reminded me of three things just hearing about that this last week. One is that because a lot of us, just at the moment, a lot of us maybe don't have as many opportunities to comfort and reassure each other in the way that we normally might. Well, it reminded me about how important it is that we find other ways to help each other, phoning people up, above all praying for each other. There's a second thing it reminded me of, which is about sin, because it only works if it's done in the right way. If you clap someone's arm in a handcuff or an iron, well, that doesn't feel reassuring. It's the wrong kind of pressure. These nerve fibers are designed to capture just precisely the right kind of touch. If we treat each other badly, well, that doesn't have the effect it's meant to. And in fact, people who are treated really badly early in life, this part of their nervous system doesn't even develop in quite the way it normally would. So important that we treat each other right. But we live in a world of sin where all of us sometimes treat each other not as we should. And it reminded me of that. But there's a third and maybe most important thing that it reminded me of, which is, again, about how we're fearfully and wonderfully made. Because in the sovereignty of God, although this thing has only just been discovered, it didn't have to wait until we discovered it for it to work. This thing, this aspect of how our bodies are made with these tiny little nerve fibers they've only just managed to find under a microscope, that's been working all along. It didn't need to depend on us understanding it. It didn't need to depend on us being able to talk about it. What it depends on is the God who sustains us, the God who designed us, the God who made us for his glory. We're fearfully and wonderfully made.